First of all, I'll say thank you guys for being here so much. I mean, it's just really, really outstanding that you all were, with everything that's going on with Houston, you know, join in that with the women's and men's basketball team, because it's definitely going to be a great year for both of us. Roman, thank you so much. Again, thank y'all, and welcome to Guy Lewis. Beautiful, beautiful facility that we have, and we cherish a lot. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, start my third year, had the opportunity to come in and to this historical program, and we're a little down at that time. Had the opportunity to recruit some really, really good players, and looking forward to an outstanding season this year. The excitement is up. We had the opportunity to get our freshmen in early for the summer. Dorian Branch is 5'11", 6-foot freshman out of Dallas. Quinteria Limbrick, freshman out of Houston, about 5'7". Angela Harris, freshman, 5'7", point guard. Jasmine Harris, not related, out of Brazosport, 5'9", tremendous athlete, freshman. And Natasha Mack, 6'3", 6'4", freshman, and they all were highly recruited. It's the highest recruiting class that's been here in the last 10 years, and 2 out of the 5 were top 100 in the country. They're sitting alongside of Momo Hawkins, you might know from last year, who was unanimous pick all conference last year as a freshman, so we're expecting great things for her. Then Cheyenne Butler, who's played part of the season last year. She's out transferred from USC out in California, and with a full year under her belt of last year, so we're expecting some great things from her. Just to talk a little bit about what we did this summer preparing for this upcoming season. We had an opportunity to go on a foreign tour, go to Costa Rica. Played three games we played over there, and it was an opportunity that was just life-changing. We put in a new offense, so we had a chance to see it incorporated. We won every game over there by 30 or 40 points. But the games wasn't the biggest thing for us. The biggest thing were the practices that we had the opportunity to have here. You get all the young ones mixed with the rest of your young ones, because we only have 2 seniors this year. That's Jackie Blake and Kiara Graves. And just watching those guys mesh into the culture that we're building here and laying that solid foundation was one of the best things that you could ever see. So when you talk about the 4 pillars of things that we use every single day, elite attitude. When you have an elite attitude, it means that you make the room better. You make everything that you touch better. So we talk to our young ladies about having an elite attitude in every part of their lives. Having self-discipline. That discipline is going to carry throughout everything that they do. Having that respect. I mean, the single respect, and it's a word that's tossed around a lot, but not everybody is just implementing it in everything they do, and we do. And the last word, that character plus accountability. Those things that we do every single day, we incorporate those words into it. So it gave us, I mean, tremendous practice today. It was upbeat, energy, flowing, everything, and we started with the same word every time, elite attitude. And it's some of the things that we really, really love. But looking forward to have an opportunity. Last year, we were a really, really good defensive team. The problem is we couldn't score on offense. We had problems scoring on offense, and we think we rectified that problem. So we can get back-to-back stops, and sometimes 3 times getting the stop, but going back on the other end was our Achilles heel. Having an opportunity to go through the summer and sit down with Coach Sampson and a few other mentors, Mike Davis over at TSU, and redefine what we want to do offensively is really, really good. So our girls have really jumped into what we're doing. It's much faster. We're getting up and down the floor now, having an opportunity to get up, like the guys, 20 to 30 threes a game, early threes in transition. We want to push the ball down the floor. We have post presence now. We have a 6'4", 6'3", 6'3", and 6'2". So we have an opportunity to play inside, outside. But the thing that we really love is, you know, the opportunities for what we have on our schedule. We have a December 7th game at Texas Tech that we're really looking forward to, and a home game against Rutgers on December 10th. I think it's going to show a different brand of basketball that you've been having the opportunity to see over the last couple of years. It's finally the kids that we recruited into the program that are all mine now. And they always say your third year you start to see the change. Compliments to, again, Coach Sampson over there. But really, really looking forward to it, and got a tremendous staff. I mean, everybody's all in every day. It's just so much that I could say that, I mean, we're just super excited about what's going on here, what's going on overall with the university in Houston, that we just happen to be a part of it, and we're not just along for the ride. We're coming to pull our seat up to the table and eat as well. And with all that, I'm open for any questions you may have.
Coach Hughey, how have you noticed the commitment to facilities here affect the recruits that you can bring in, and especially now that you can tell recruits that, hey, you're going to be playing in essentially a sparkling new facility?
I'm glad you asked that question. We had our junior day 2 years ago, and out of the top 150, we had one kid to show up. It was a Saturday. We had football game, basketball game, everything. This year, we didn't have a basketball game for our junior day. We only had football and volleyball. Because of this facility, because of what's going on with football, because of what's going on with what men's basketball did last year, we had 7 top 50 kids here. I wish I could give you their names, but I can't. But one came from Indiana, one came from St. Louis, and another one came from Kansas City, and the other 3 or 4 were from around here, another one from Dallas. But that's the difference. This facility is the difference. The things that, the commitment that we have from the top to the bottom is the difference, and everybody can see it. And I mean, it's a tremendous asset that we have because it puts us at the upper echelon of everybody else, and just having this facility brings those top kids in so we can have opportunity to entertain them.
Can you talk about the youth and, you know, where you get your leadership from, veterans, and how you have that balance?
Well, we're still trying to find all that balance. The youth is, you know, it's so crazy because when you have young kids, they're vibrant, they're energetic, they're ready to go, and they think they can move mountains, and they want to go so fast, but they have to have the opportunity to slow down and be taught. And that's where we are now. But we have a good mixture. BRIANNE COFFMAN, who's a transfer from Oklahoma State, is one of the ones that's been coming in, giving us some great leadership. She'll have a chance to play this year, along with CHYANNE BUTLER and HAWKINS. You know, those 3 are our steady leaders every single day. And it starts with them. It starts with them off the court, on the bus. I mean, every single place, in this locker room, in this facility, on this campus, they're leading from top to bottom. Because we always say you have to be trusted off the floor in order to be trusted on the floor. So now the young ones who didn't have an opportunity to understand that are starting to get that part of it.
You touched a little bit about your offense and how last year defensively you were solid, but you've done some things differently. Can you talk more about what people can expect to see from your offense, what it looks like?
You know, the first thing is early transition threes. You know, I think that's where the game is going, getting the ball out early. Again, a few things I learned from Coach Sampson is, you know, the first 10, 12 seconds of the shot clock, you get the shot that you want. And that's the opportunity we want to have this year. When you go further into the shot clock, now the defense is forcing you to take the shot that they want you to have. So we want to get up early threes and be able to play in transition. We're going to play fast. We're going to play fast with a lot of quick hitters getting up and down. We're running the dribble drive offense. It's what Calipari runs and things like that. So it's an opportunity for our point guard, our 2 guard, our 3 guard, and our 4 guard to all be on the perimeter and be exchanging in different positions. And on top of that, to boast with a good, solid post game. You know, so at any time we can throw it down there. We're all athletic. And my post player, Shea Brown, who was 243 pounds last year, she's 208 now. So everybody can sprint now. So we're running 10, 11 seconds down and back. So we can get up and down the floor now. So we don't have to worry about slowing it down and walking in and things like that. But we're really looking forward to the fast pace of the opportunities that we can gain from pushing the ball and getting early shots in transition.
Coach, for you personally, how have you managed the last couple of years, and how is this year for you going to be a little bit different? I know you'd mentioned you got more of your own kids now in the program.
You know, the last couple of years, it's been tremendously hard, you know, but again, hard doesn't own me or this program, so that's why we always overcome it. But now we have a good breath of fresh air because now you're not walking into the door of trying to get kids that you didn't recruit and put them into your system. So now you recruited the kids for your system and you got the kids that you want. So now you just got to refine it and retool it. And it's going to be some growing pains. And we're going to get there every single day. But the difference is, and I really, really feel like we're going to get there with more wins than losses this year.
Coach, along those lines, is there no reason why the women's program here can go to that next level? I mean, you got everything at your disposal, but what do you think it's going to take that next step to where you're talking competing for conference, you're talking NCAA tournament, that kind of stuff?
You know, that accountability, that hard work, along with getting the best recruits that we possibly can, getting the kids in Houston to stay home, to understand exactly what we're doing here. The commitment is from the top. It's all the way from the top to the bottom. You see it in football, you see it in men's basketball, across the board. It's getting those kids to stay at home and recognize what we're doing, and we have to do our part. And our part is coming here, being able to recruit them the right way, getting them and having the necessary success when they get here, because they have to experience some success so the next one can be able to say, I want to go too. And that starts with us as a coaching staff being the best that we can possibly be every single day. With that accountability, that elite attitude, and those things like that going forward are the things and the building points that we want to use with those kids coming into this program and elevating this program. Because again, you'll see a big change this year and an opportunity for growth. And that's all we want to do is have an opportunity for growth every single year. Some years are going to be a little bit better than others, but now, year 3, we're looking for the upswing to be able to move forward in that direction.
The conference coaches put you in last place.
Yeah.
What 2 or 3 things need to happen this year to improve on that?
You know, I love the opportunity to, you know, be the underdog, you know, and our kids, we already knew it going in, so it just added fuel to our fire. But 1 or 2 things that we have to do is just show up and play every single day. We show up and be who we are, we won't have any problems with that. But again, being disciplined, being accountable, carrying yourself in an elite attitude every time you step on the floor, and just showing up to play. We take care of the basketball, we get early shots in transition. We just be the team that we can possibly be, that we practice to be every day. We shouldn't have any problems.
You touched on it a little bit. You're talking about getting the kids in Houston to stay home. Historically, even with good programs, University of Houston has had some challenges there. How do you approach that differently, and what are you doing to make sure that you can attract some of the local kids, top-tier kids, and getting them to stay home? I know you've got one, but how do you improve on that?
Yeah, we got 3. We got 3. And that's the thing that helps, because now these 3 are helping us with the next 3. But again, this week's success. And then it's a greater focus that we have with the kids here in Houston. Just because, you know, Jeff and I laughed last week, our financial guy, and he's like, Coach Hughey, you're not spending a whole lot in recruiting. And I'm like, Jeff, we don't have to get on 10,000 planes anymore. Everybody's coming here to try to recruit the best kids in Houston. So it's a drive for us. And that's the thing that's helped us so much. Now we get to see these kids more than everybody that's coming out of town. Now we get to make more phone calls and texts and DM, and they get to see the success of some of the kids that they had the opportunity to play against or play with. So all those things are balled up into one thing to be able to help us better with the recruiting all the kids from the local area.
Coach Hughey, how closely did you follow the Big 12 expansion discussion? And for you in your program, that decision, how does that impact you guys?
For us, it was, we all in with the American until it changes. You know, that's the mindset we had from the beginning to the end. You know, and I know everybody else tweeted everything and all of that other stuff, but for me, I always learn with the here and the now. You know, stay in the moment. And that's what we tried to do through the whole thing, because nothing is promised. You know, every day we go out there, we practice hard, and we say a prayer afterwards because of the injuries and anything, because everything could change at the blink of an eye. So we just try to stay in the moment of doing what we're supposed to do, when we're supposed to do it. Let the powers that be make that decision or not make that decision. We just want to stay focused on who we are, and we just tried to do that.
Coach, just curious going into the season, are you at full health? And secondly, I believe last year you had a couple of young ladies come into the program that you were going to rely on for scoring. The weight still on those two, or do you add anybody that you're going to be counting on to get you some points each night?
Oh yeah. You know, the thing that I love about that is we've added, you know, BRIANNE, COFFMAN, and Deanna Calhoun, who were sitting out last year. You know, they were red shirts, and they definitely come in and help us with some scoring and some stability and rebounding and things like that. But, you know, some of the freshmen, I mean, and not to try to lay a lot on them because freshmen are going to go up and down, but they have the potential to be really, really good scoring the basketball. You know, every freshman come in thinking they can score until they understand they have to play defense. And once they figure that part out, then they can kind of redirect their mind and redirect their focus, and they can get back on balance. And so, but we have Angela Harris and Jasmine Harris can really score the basketball. And looking forward to a lot of them. But again, they're not the only ones, with Mariah, who can shoot it. Natasha Mack is the only kid that we have out right now. Had a little issue with her quad, so we had to go in and have a little surgery with it. Probably another 4 to 5 weeks, and we'll have her back. She's a 6'4" from Lufkin, and she's the only injury right now. But everybody else is looking good, and we're looking forward to getting her back as soon as possible.
Really excited. We put in a lot of hard work, so we're ready for the season to come. We want to have a better season than last year, make sure we get out, push the tempo, control the game, and just make sure we stay on top of everything.
I can definitely say we have a lot of talent. The freshmen coming in are definitely giving us the energy and the effort we need, and I think it's going to be a way better year.
I'm very excited to get this season started. I'm just ready to, well, the team, we all ready to just prove everybody wrong and do our best out there, top 5.
I see it as motivation because it hurts because they haven't seen us play, but they see what we did last year. But we have new people, we have our freshmen, so I think we'll be able to prove them wrong.